So I learned something new. This spring, I had discovered that some plants are growing next to the edge of the garden beds. Didn't know what they were. They looked like squash to me, the leaves. And I didn't really know what they were until halfway through the summer. Turns out they were cantaloupe. Now, I've been talking about cantaloupe a lot, but I thought it was fascinating. So I replanted them and I put them in my garden box. And unfortunately, last week I had to pull them all because there's these moths that lay a boring worm and they completely destroy the fruit. They just bore into it and then that's it. There's no saving them. But what I discovered is that these cantaloupe are so resilient. Look at this. A barren desert of where cantaloupe plants used to be. And then I found this. Look how resilient these things are. These were seeds from a smash one. There's the rest of it. Just seeds. Look at that. They grew. There's another one over here. Now the question is there enough time for these to grow between now and the end of the growing season? Because I'm in the south, along the coast, so it doesn't even freeze the first time until after the end of December. Sometimes it's a little early, but I've got that long. Let's pause a second. I'm going to look that up. According to my research, cantaloupes take 90 days to go from germination to having produced fruit at the end of their life. So I have enough time. Something else I discovered is that I had planted them far too close together the last time, so they were crowding each other out, which may have contributed to the moisture issue that the moth larvae love. So I'm not going to do that again. So this is the long side of the garden bed. So here's the corner. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they'll grow across this way. I'll just train them to go that way. And that'll give them plenty of room so that they don't crowd each other out. Oh, and these are my very healthy pepper plants. Let's take a look at them. Look how healthy they are. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 growing on this one. Oh, and these blossoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least 10 or 11 more on there. And this, my cayenne pepper tree, keeps trying to fall over. It's very heavy with peppers. You can see them all hanging under there. Got a couple of them trying to turn. There's a ripe one in there. So let's get some tools so we can replant these. The ground is kind of damp because it rained yesterday and it's raining a little today, so that's good. Good time to transplant. Grab some rainwater so we can make the replanting pretty much just like mud. Something to pour water with. Something to make a hole with. Now let's carefully extract these so we don't damage the roots. One. There we go. They're long. Okay. Now let's just place them where they're going to go. Let's see. That ought to be good for the first one. The second one. The third one. And the fourth one. Actually, let me make the hole for that one. And then I can just move it because there's only one. These crows around here making themselves known. I'm surprised at how deep the roots go on these. And I'm going to make a little well around it to hold the water. One, put the other one right about here, right about there, I think. Keep a well around it, capture the rainwater. Next, one last one. The soil is very rich. I've been treating it all summer long with antifungal. You can see how dark it is. And that right there, this is just leftover diatomaceous earth, which I'm going to put on top of these too. Because larvae and fleshy worms do not like diatomaceous earth. Earthworms are much further down. I know there's some worms in here. So let me go get that diatomaceous earth. And yes, you can use your hands. Doesn't hurt plants, doesn't hurt humans. But you need to wash your hands before you do anything else. See, it comes right off. All right, now let's put some water in there. I think I'm going to get another plant stand to help that pepper. It keeps wanting to fall over in the wind. I need something a little more hardy than just that stick. So let's do this. That's nice and sturdy. I'll hold it up. There we go. second season. I think I'll try the peppers next. I've got a lot of seeds, and since I had so much time before the first frost, I can have a second harvest of peppers. 2 harvests. Wish me luck. Like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. It helps the channel. Thanks. Look at all these bees. Bees love basil.